says we are live.
Well, if we are live, hello!
I'm checking.
Well, if we are live, hello! Oh, yeah, no, that's live. That's most assuredly live.
Check.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, I can hear myself too, so we're good.
Okay.
Alright. So, you are creating Claudia Wingard, a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna give you two choices on the rolling. You can either roll 20d6 and do the pool any way you want. Nothing higher than 18 before your racial modifiers. Or you can do 2d6 plus 6, but you have to do them in order.
That could really screw me. Potentially on the class.
It could. But I will let you change 2 around, so.
You know what? Just because I think it'll be a little faster, because the 20d6, it took a while to get everything where I wanted it.
Yeah.
So I think I will go with the 2d6 plus 6 in order.
Okay. So roll for strength first. And I'm not.
Okay.
I don't have the rolls on the screen anywhere, so.
Okay.
We can totally lie.
No, that's fine. I'll be honest. Okay.
13.
Yep. First one.
So
Actually,
yeah.
you know what?
Oh, I didn't tweet this out either. Eh.
Okay. That will go a little faster. So 13.
12, 15.
Mm-hmm.
So you have high con.
As I am wont to have. And make this switch. I'm not doing bad, actually. No, that was pretty good overall.
Yeah?
Actually looking at it, I'm not sure I'd want to switch.
13, 12, 15, 15, 14, 14.
No, that was not bad at all. The only thing I might do is maybe switch it, because the sorcerer, I'm pretty sure is charisma based, unless they changed it.
I'd have to look that up.
I should have it open to the thing. This quick style, yeah. Charisma, and then yeah, so it's charisma. So I'd probably switch the intelligence and the charisma. Everything else, I'm pretty happy with. Well, okay. I'm gonna think about that. Yeah, no, I'd say I'm very happy with everything else. So just switch the int and the charisma, and we're good. Because you said I could switch too, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll make that instead. And the 15. Although I guess I should. Am I gonna play a Humi? Regular Humi? I often do. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I want to do something else instead? Don't want to do a Dragonborn. That's too on the nose.
Also, Dragonborn are not in this setting.
Oh, right. That's right. You said they weren't. I think I am just going to go ahead and play a human, so then I don't have to worry about any bonuses or my racially. So, yeah.
Well, they still get, depending on if you do variant or regular.
Oh. classes.
Human. Why are they not in alphabetical order?
Let's see. Your ability scores each increase by 1.
Yep. Or if you do the variant, you increase 2 of your ability scores by 1 and you get a feat.
Actually, that one could be perfect since I really only need... Since I only have 2 that are odd anyway. It's not a bad idea.
You have 3 that are odd.
3? Oh, because strength. That's strength, though.
The sorcerer that can pick things up. Oh my god!
Right? Ridiculous. Let me look at feats real quick to see if there's anything that I super want at 1. Go check this real quick. Yep, that's still there. Okay. Okay.
I still haven't tweeted this. Huh. I am not the most organized person ever.
Forecasters are always good to have, of course.
Also, apparently, XSplit Broadcaster does not let you title the broadcast?
Interesting. I don't know what that's about. You know what? Mechanics-wise, Forecaster would make a lot of sense, but for flavor, I think I'm going to go ahead and take Linguist instead.
Okay.
So, Linguist actually puts the int back up to 15. And then I can take 3 languages. I think humans just start with common, or is it common and one more?
I think they start with common. You can speak, read, write common, and 1 extra language of your choice.
Gotcha. Let's see. So I will take common, which apparently I can't spell. Common. English.
Yeah, I like the OGL sheet as far as like how clean it looks, but I like this one because it actually breaks things up.
So it's not as clumped together?
Yeah, because there's a separate area specifically for languages, and you can put your class features and stuff in there and have them broken apart without having them all in just one giant text field.
Right. Just to make sure. Is it just list languages somewhere? I'm not sure. Work with me, Index. I don't think it does.
Okay.
Huh, it actually doesn't.
Well, you are going human.
Yep.
And what social class is your character going to be from?
Upper.
Upper social class? Okay. So she's from a city?
Yes.
Alright. Then she will be from... Let me look at my map. Let me pull up my OneNote.
I love OneNote. It's great.
I have learned to love OneNote, specifically for this campaign. I don't want to connect to the cloud, I just want you to sign me in. Locations. Alright, you will more than likely be from Nicopolis.
Okay.
Which I'll actually go ahead and let you... I think you've seen the map. I will put you guys on the map, and I will clear a 20-mile radius around the city you will be from. So let me close your character sheet. And slide the map over a smidge. Because y'all have, I've turned on, let's see here, 20-mile radius. Boop. Now we'll uncover the full name. That's about a 20-mile radius. Ish. Okay, it's more like a 100-mile radius. So, it's towards the middle of the map.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay.
Nicopolis. Let's see, one's definitely going there. Oh, I have options. I'm just trying to figure out where to add that other tick up to the stats.
Okay.
Basically, I'm stuck between intelligence or con.
That is entirely up to you.
I know. They're equally useful.
Have you thought of the background stuff that I told you about?
Remind me.
The events.
Oh, right. Like, you know, if I have a rival or not, the big events.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to give me the list again because I did do some thinking about it.
I'm gonna rejoin the game over my other computer, see what happens, so I can see it without cluttering up the stream.
Okay.
I've also made the character creation handout available to you to view too.
Okay.
So background, there are some goals to have. At least 1 or 2 long-term goals, 1 or 2 short-term goals. At least 1 event, ideally 3.
Yeah. All right. There it is. We'll shuffle that over there and put that over there.
What sorcerer?
Sorcerer, draconic background.
Okay, so origins, draconic. Okay. Draconic background. Let's see here. What color draconic?
I believe I went with copper. I want to double check which thing I did. Copper, right? No, gold. That's what it was.
Gold? Okay.
It was gold. Yep.
So fire.
Yep.
And a gold dragon is generally what, lawful good?
I think so. It doesn't list the things right by it, so I don't.
That's okay.
Pretty sure they're not evil.
Lawful good.
Okay.
Generally speaking. Okay, so...
That makes sense.
Alright, I'm gonna make a list real quick. I need more desk space. So much more desk. Oh, I've already got a 6-foot desk. I need more space.
You can always use a bigger desk.
Right? I also need a pen that writes.
I mean, do you though?
Yes. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna type it. Screw it. Notepad.
Actually, I like that better.
Okay. Alright, roll a d7 for me.
Okie dokie. I can do that. As soon as I get to the right window. And move that. Oh shoot, I have to make that big again. Okay. D7.
I was hoping for an 8, but apparently there weren't 8 things that I could do for you.
2.
2.
Oh boy.
No, this is gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What? It's not a bad thing.
So you say.
It's not. It is not a bad thing. It's really not. Add page. Alesha, who is playing Claudia. I keep spelling Claudia wrong. Keep spelling Claudia wrong. Because issues. Alright, so you are a human. Sorcerer. What is your particular alignment?
My particular alignment is... That's kind of going back and forth on this a bit. Neutral good.
Okay. And languages were common.
Oh, she has quite a few, actually. Hers were
Really, Dropbox, stop chiming in.
common, draconic, elvish,
It's just gonna keep chiming.
celestial, abyssal,
Jesus!
and undercommon. I took linguist. I get draconic as a bonus language, and as a human,
right.
I get common another one.
All right, I spelled some of those. I spelled some of those wrong. I'll go back and respell them later. What was the last one?
Undercommon.
Okay. Okay, I gotta tell Dropbox to stop. Frick. Oh, it's not even Dropbox. I think it's Windows 10. I'm gonna need you to stop chiming in now.
Actually, you know what? No, I take it back. I think she would be lawful neutral because I was very stuck between whether she's lawful neutral or neutral good. But like working on the event,
I'll have to figure that out later.
Okay.
It's just gonna keep chiming. You said.
I think I am going to switch it back to the lawful neutral because I was very stuck between because I knew she was going to be neutral on one axis, but I can't remember if it was going to be
okay. Lawful neutral, which works out well for the thing you rolled.
All right. I'm very curious.
You'll find out eventually.
Okay.
So you are from. We established you are from Nicola. No, Nick something. Jesus, so many mice.
Nicopolis?
Nicopolis, yep. Let me write this down. Born and raised?
Yes. It's going to be a generational thing with her, so yes, born and raised.
Alright. What do your parents do?
They are both magic users. And they... Well, how was I putting it? Like, they work for whatever governing body there would be there in Nicopolis.
Okay. So you know that Nicopolis and the... Jesus, Dropbox, I swear to God. Or Windows 10 at this point.
And I can't hear whatever it is it's doing at all.
You can't, but the stream is. I promise you the stream is hearing it. They're just hearing... Every time I make a change. Ooh, I can do this. I can pause Dropbox for a second. On my desktop, so it stops freaking out on the desktop. Okay. Both parents are magic users who you said work for the government?
Yes.
So they're probably advisors of some sort to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
And as what I was going to say earlier, we got on this spiel about the Dropbox chiming in. These are very much like city-states. So Nicopolis and its surrounding area are governed by Nicopolis, and then whatever is outside of that area are kind of left to themselves.
Sure.
So on the map you see this very small village.
Yep.
I'm not pinging. You saw it.
I did.
This very small village here. While it is close enough to Nicopolis, it is not governed by them at all.
Sure.
So they're kind of on their own, doing their own thing. And Nicopolis is run by a king. So, would they be advisors to the king himself, or would they be advisors to maybe one of his followers, one of his lower lords?
I think probably that's a hard one. Probably the king himself.
Okay. Okay. So both of your parents are still alive, yes?
Yes, they are both still alive.
All right. How did Claudia come into her power? How did she find out when she had the capabilities of manipulating?
So everyone in her family is always tested for it. Like there's kind of basic tests they do within the family. Like, okay, try and move this thing across the table or so on and so forth. And if there is any kind of build of their ability, there's a strict regiment within the family, and then they are sent off to formal magic training.
Okay. Okay, so because of your draconic origins, how did your test go? Was it what was expected, or was there interesting?
It was her. So they expected her to have ability. They also expected her to have more control over it. So actually, when she started the train, but they thought like, okay, we'll teach her that, because one of the events that happened, the event number one that happened to her, is while they were doing, while she was training with her specifically older brother, she managed to blow up the left side of the estate. Surge.
It happens.
And while nobody died during it, one of the staff that had been with them for a while got crippled and can't walk anymore because of it.
Okay.
So that kind of that guilt weighs on her a bit, and so which leads to her, which is kind of informs her very strict nature about things. It's like, you do what you are told when you are told.
Okay, so let me get this put in here. So event 1, this was your first event. How old were you?
She was 9.
She was 9. Event 1, age 9. Okay. So the location. Where was this? Where did
this was at
take
the
place?
family estate.
Family estate. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Family estate. What happened? Magical power testing went awry. Went horribly wrong.
Oh yeah, horribly wrong.
How was Claudia affected by this?
It was very scarring for her.
Okay.
And that's part of the reason why she's very kind of like shut down. She is so militant about that, because that lost control on her part hurt somebody that she cared about.
So
she's
militant about controlling her powers.
Yes. Control is very important to her.
Okay. Did it affect her in any other way? Does she?
No, that was the main.
Okay, so she doesn't choose to not use powers if she. Okay.
Because again, it was and her mindset is not that power is bad, just her lack of control is the issue.
Did you from this event? Did you gain any contacts or rivals?
Because this was basically kind of like the head butler, I'd say, was the person who got injured and crippled. His daughter hates her.
What is
Absolutely.
The daughter's name?
Cassandra.
Cassandra hates Claudia.
Absolutely.
And okay, so what happened? Went horribly wrong. Head butler injured. Did this require you guys to let the guy go?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Did any of his family stay on though, like Claudia?
His wife stayed on.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, his wife stayed on, and there was his oldest daughter, like Cassandra, also stayed on, and made Claudia's life a living hell whenever she could, and still be employed. It's one of those very subtle things.
Yeah. Okay, so prior to your testing, you started to have some very strange dreams. You would find yourself in a vacant, almost wasteland type setting, and Hold on. You would see a silhouetted figure off in the distance that would gradually move towards you. You don't... Any 9-year-old would feel fear in this situation because they're in an area they don't recognize. It's not a happy place. You're not in like a garden or a forest. You're in a wasteland, essentially. Desert-like area. And then there's this looming figure in the distance, silhouetted, but there's a faint glow around the silhouette. And upon seeing the figure, you don't feel fear. You feel almost at peace. Almost as if you feel like you're loved. And the figure changes into a great winged beast before reverting back to a humanoid shape. And even though you feel the feelings of love and acceptance by this figure, it's still a scary experience because you're 9 years old, and you wake up the next morning and you're just freaking out because you just had this really weird, creepy dream, and your parents chalk it up to being a nightmare, maybe just nerves because, your test is coming up. Would your character talk to anybody about that?
Because this is right before event 1 happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah, then she would have talked to her oldest brother about it.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta copy and paste something. Let me go ahead and add a thing for family members here. Helps if I spell family right. Spelling is hard, guys. Alright, so you said you had an older brother.
Yep.
Who is your older brother?
His name is Balder.
Balder?
Mm-hmm.
B-A-U-L-D-E-R?
B-A-L-D-U-R.
B-A-L-U-D-E-R.
Nope, just B-A-L-D-U-R. Just a second.
D-U-R. Oh, Jesus. Okay. How much older is Boulder?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Do. Okay. I'll wait for her to come back.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. And oops, I had somebody ask something in stream chat, and I totally missed it, and they're gone.
Oh, shoot. That's right. I didn't even go to the stream chat.
How dare you?
I was concentrating on taking the character.
It's fine.
Sue me.
It's fine. You didn't even see what the stream looks like. It's so wrong.
I will.
So
Aha! See? Yeah, I'm there. We're all good.
Yay! Alright, let's see here.
So good. Yes. Where do we leave off? Let's see. I'm describing.
I asked
Older
you.
brother Balder.
I asked you how much older Boulder was.
Balder is 11 years older.
Oh wow, so he's 20.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Any other siblings? Ow, shit balls!
You alright?
Just, I'm not used to typing on my laptop, because I really just use it for streaming purposes to my TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, like, the keyboard is, like, very strange.
Good job. Go Star.
Yeah. Any other siblings?
Yes. She has she also has an older sister whose name is, Melandria.
Ooh, spell that one for me.
Melan.
M-E-A...
Lan.
L-A-N.
Mm-hmm. D-R-I-A.
How old is Melandria?
She's 5 years older. So at this point, she would be 14.
I had to count on my fingers.
It's okay.
I am not good at the maths. Alright, you're a mod now. Haha.
Yay! I can do the things.
You can do the things. All the things. Alright. So we have your older sister and older brother. Any younger siblings?
One younger brother.
Alright.
And this one I will just go ahead and spell. T-E-S.
T-E-S.
S-A-R-I-R.
R-I-R.
Mm-hmm.
Tis, I'm not even, how old?
Tesseract.
I'm not even gonna try. How old?
Well, she calls him TT to annoy him.
Okay.
To annoy him.
He's younger.
Yeah.
So how old is he?
He's 4.
He's 4, okay. So he's probably not that annoyed by the name.
No, I'm sorry. He's 5. Sorry, I had it
5.
wrong.
So he's
So I
probably
remember
a little annoyed by the name.
Because the spacing between siblings was like 6, 5, and 4.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Ah. Okay, so what is your father's name? Or mother's name first?
Oh, mother's name is Alinda. A with A and then Linda.
Okay, well, because I was going to put an E.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
don't care about age, because parents.
Yeah.
They're just old. And your father?
My father is Marcus.
Thank you for giving me an easy one now. What are you doing?
Sometimes one parent won, sometimes the other parent won in terms of names.
Okay, so you have gone to your older brother, Baldir.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
About this dream you had. Did you go before or after your testing?
After.
After. Okay. So you went after your testing. Now when you say testing went horribly wrong, are we talking like you say you blew up part of the estate? Are we talking like huge balls of fire?
There was definitely fire involved.
Okay. Did Claudia actually produce the fire, or did it just kind of materialize?
It originated from her.
Okay.
Because I imagine it's kind of like, did you ever see X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Probably.
Okay, I was because there's this scene where with like Cyclops in the hallway where his eyes are like,
oh yeah,
finally clicking on. So I imagine that, except for like it's like fire breath, like a breath weapon, and it just kind of like not ready for it.
Just everywhere. You just have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you go and talk to your older brother afterward. You're probably very freaked out. Maybe a little ashamed by the fact that you've destroyed part of your estate.
Also that, yes.
Yeah. What do you talk to? What do you ask him? What do you say to him?
I basically asked him, like what did I do? What did I do wrong? How he's kind of freaking out, like, what did I do wrong? What does dream mean? Is he going to be okay? Because this is like right afterwards, so they don't even know.
So you're very much just question
blah, blah, blah.
question after question. You're not stopping. You're not breathing. And your brother is like, whoa, wait, what? I mean, he knows the event happened.
Yes.
That you couldn't miss it. As a matter of fact, the surrounding neighbors couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
It was quite the spectacle on the block. Now, is it normal for people in your family to be tested at age 9, or is that was when you were tested?
Test like generally in that area. No, so it's kind of like a range.
Okay, so we'll say between the ranges of 8 to 12, you're tested to see if you have magical abilities, and after that point you don't. You're kind of like meh.
Basically.
Okay. Alright, so you were tested, and this event happens, and you go speak to your brother, Baldir, about it, and you're just spouting question after question after question after question after question.
Mm-hmm.
And he has you slow down, and tell you that, no, nothing like that has ever happened. He doesn't think you did anything wrong. But he does ask you, but what dream? What are you talking about?
There was a person, and they were really big. They had, well, no, it wasn't a person. First, it was something with wings. It was huge, and then it was a person, and it was really dark and scary.
It's just a nightmare. That's his explanation. He tells you it was just a nightmare.
Okay.
Because To him, it's
Sure.
just a nightmare. Alright. So that was your first event. The dream you had prior to it comes off and on. It's not constant. Every time you have the dream, though, the figure gets closer and closer. Like, it started like it was back on the horizon, but it was a very large, imposing figure. And as you get older, it gets closer and closer to you. So was there a second event in your life?
Yes, there was one more.
Okay.
So the second event would have been, because is there some, well, I guess it will kind of depend. Is there some equivalent of like a magical place of study in Nicopolis?
Yeah.
Specifically? Okay, yeah. So when graduating...
It's a very large city-state. There are several facilities for learning. There are colleges for book learning. There's colleges for magical learning. There are arenas to hone combat skills. It's very much like a ancient Greek, ancient Roman type huge city-state.
Okay. So, all right. So in that case, like, so day of her like magical graduation, we'll say from X Academy, whatever. Figure it out later. Weird. I have ideas, but I haven't settled on one. She graduated with flying colors because she's a workaholic and doesn't socialize.
Okay.
But on that day, nothing is nearly as dramatic as the wing thing.
How old were you?
Graduation from the academy. Like, she graduated when she was 21.
Okay. How old is your character going to be during this campaign, or the start of this campaign?
She is going to be 28.
28. Okay. Okay, so the location is in Nicopolis.
Mm-hmm.
And it is at the University of Sorcery.
University of Sorcery? Okay, cool. Works.
Okay. So what happened?
So on that day, graduated with flying colors, everything's all good. That was the day her parents told her who she would be engaged to.
Ooh! Oh, her arranged marriage was announced.
Yep.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that probably didn't sit well.
Not particularly. She did not make a scene there, because that is not what you do. The wing guards are especially after the whole fire thing, she's very careful to follow social norms, we will say.
Wrong mouse again.
Actually, not now. Social norms isn't the way I want to put it. She is perfectly polite in public.
Okay.
Not nice, but polite.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she was not thrilled about that. Because that has not been the tradition in the family to arrange. Like, it happens occasionally. But I wouldn't say it's common.
Who was her betrothed?
So her betrothed was Alistair Collon. So Collon.
I'm still spelling Alistair.
Okay, sorry. Collon.
Okay. She's not happy about it, and she waits until they're in my private area to let her.
Yeah, to let me know that she's not happy about it. Just like mostly, she's just like, why? Like, why? Like, what have I done? Like, I went to the academy, clapped the class. She has towed the line since the testing thing, the entire life. Just like, what is this about?
All right. And what did her parents tell her?
Her parents told her that sometimes mistakes follow you, and if she wants to have the same amount of respect that they do, she's gonna have to marry this guy. Because they're kind of another the Collins are another long-standing family.
Okay. All right. Did anything else?
Like youth is not always an excuse.
I'm assuming they're talking about when you were 9.
Yes, but yeah, the 9 thing. Because again, after that, she was straight to 0.
All right. How did that particular event affect you?
She got really pissed. She, so because of that, it was like, okay, well, it was kind of like, okay, we'll do it on the next social season thing. She decided that she would go out on, she would take, basically, like, not become a mercenary per se. That's not really it.
She basically ran away from the family.
Kind of, yeah. Like she would go on missions, very specific missions, designated missions. But it was, yeah, basically it's like oh, I'm sorry, I'm in Shreziniga, can't help you. Like, oh yeah, no, that wedding, we'll just have a long engagement.
But she did return to the household. She didn't just leave. Okay.
No.
She didn't run away. She made herself unavailable.
Yes, that is a way to put it.
Okay. And from this event, did you gain any contacts or rivals? Other than probably Alistair.
Yeah. Other than Alistair, no.
So is he a contact or a rival?
He is a contact.
Okay.
Because it's not that because it's not Alistair himself that she opposes.
Did you ever meet Alistair?
Yes.
And what was his take on the whole arranged marriage thing?
He was fine with it. He is not in love with her, but he respects her skill, and so he's fine with it. And it's not that she doesn't like him, she just resents the choice being taken away.
Yeah. Okay. Alistair is a contact. Alright. So, prior to that event, again, you have the same dream. Much more intense, because between age 9 and 21 it kind of came and went, and it wasn't real, it was a little more intense than like it was when you were 9. And the figure is closer now, and you can't make out any details of it because it's just a silhouette with a light glowing behind it. But you do notice that it's not a black silhouette, because usually when you think silhouette, you're thinking shadow, you're thinking pitch black. It is not. It is a kind of gray-colored silhouette. It doesn't change in appearance this time. It's always humanoid. And it seems to reach out a hand and beckon towards you, or beckon you toward it.
Sure, it's a dream. I'll follow.
It doesn't take you anywhere. It just wants you to come to it.
Come closer. Okay, sure. I walk closer.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen in your dream. When you step forward, you don't seem to get any closer to it.
If she doesn't get any closer just stepping, she'd probably get a little frustrated and start, marching towards it.
Again, you don't seem to get any closer to it in your dream.
Gotcha.
Alright, so there are no other events in your life that would,
Yeah, those were the two.
Those are the two. Okay. Alright, and you're 21, or 28.
Yes, 28.
In the campaign. So 7 years have gone by, from the time that you graduated from the University of Sorcery. until the time that this campaign begins. Towards is it like right on your birthday, or is it like right around?
Is
Like how close would your birthday be from the start of this campaign?
Oh, it would be a bit before.
Okay, so it'd be right before your 29th birthday.
Sure.
Okay. So you're 28 years old. You've been making yourself unavailable for 7 years to deal with this arranged marriage. And during that 7 years, the same dream continues. It is ever present at night and in the back of your mind when you're waking, because you don't know what it means. It's just this gray, silhouetted figure with a light behind it beckoning you toward him. Or toward it. And you're not sure what to do about it. You've talked to Marcus about it. Marcus, or not Marcus, Boulder. It's just a bad dream. You know, would you talk to anybody else about it after Boulder? Because you're an adult now. You have a better understanding of the world around you.
Probably not.
Probably not?
Probably not.
Okay. The closer to your 29th birthday, the dream becomes very frequent. And you find yourself at night, that's all you dream about. It has become very insistent upon being in your subconscious. And sometimes even when you're awake, it's very strange. You'll be doing something, you'll be out doing, as you call it, a mission, and during not an inopportune time, but when you have some downtime and you're not concentrating on something, like you'll have a daydream about it, and it'll be the same figure growing closer and closer, beckoning you toward them.
I think at that point she probably would talk to someone.
Okay.
I probably on one of her trips back to see, because she does occasionally come back, just not long enough for them to really plan anything.
How far do you normally venture outside of Nicopolis?
A few days travel is normally the farthest.
Few days travel. Okay, so within that circle of light, or the area I've showed you on the map.
Yeah, if that's a few days, then yes.
Yeah. Well, I think it's from the middle of town. Yeah, 48. No, you probably would have gone a little bit further than that. Let me clear a little bit more for you. We'll say, yeah, that would probably be about a few days travel. You might even go out on a boat. Whatevs. Okay, that's about a few days travel.
All right.
Well, maybe a little more down here.
Although actually thinking about it, if she's been avoiding this for 7 years, she probably actually has gone further than that. Just thinking about it.
Okay.
So maybe let's say like 2 weeks out.
2 weeks out.
2 weeks.
Okay. Let me see what 2 weeks would be. Yeah, you probably get to there.
Okay.
All right.
Let
me clear you some more areas. And you're 2 weeks out, bullcrap.
What? No, I'm just over a course of 7 years.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
But there is an entire area you avoid.
Okay.
There is a forest, and you can see part of it southwest of Nicopolis.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone avoids. It is the 100 Mile Wood, and some weird shit goes on in there.
Okay.
Would that be a couple weeks at that point? 100 miles? Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
Sure.
So, during one of your trips, let me clear a little bit more of that out. You remember that you had been to Elos, to the south there. It is a temple. I had to go look and make sure I called it the right thing. It's a monastery. No, it is a temple. You have been there, or at least been near there. So who would you talk to about these now waking dreams that you were having?
You said it was a temple?
Yeah, it was a temple, yes. Or is a temple, yes.
It's simple.
But there
so
are
she might talk
temples. There are temples everywhere. There are temples in Nicopolis. That's just one of the major temples in the area.
Okay, fair enough. Well, she might actually ask someone at the first ask somebody back at the University of Sorcery.
Okay. I forgot to ask you this too. Is there a particular deity your family tends to worship?
Particular deity?
Mm-hmm.
They follow whatever religion the king decrees. So if he is if he was like a Palor person, all hail Palor. If in the past there was a switch, it's just like, nope, we're worshiping. I don't know, Tamora now. All hail Tamora. So they
Okay.
follow whatever the city-state religion is.
Nicopolis would probably follow. Bedis? Because you have checked out the deity list, right? Okay. They would probably follow Bedis, who is the god of wealth and merchants.
Alright.
But the king doesn't decree that, because it's not cool.
Put it this way. King goes to church, so they go to church.
Well, the king also wouldn't do... I mean, he would probably favor one over the other, but he would not slap the face of any deity.
Sure. No, I gotcha.
Because the deities are very much take an interest in what goes on. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, since you are from a larger city, you are educated because you've been to the University of Sorcery. You know about the history of Esela. And in particular, the history that happened a millennia ago with the Gods' War. So your character would be educated in that. And if you went to the university, you would very likely find worshippers of Tintar and Heona, who are the father and mother of magic.
Alright. Go there.
Okay. So you go there and you probably speak to one of your old professors, yeah? And you explain to him what is happening to you. Do you go into great detail?
Yes. Calmly.
Do you yeah, not like your 9-year-old self. Do you go that far back, though? Do you go as far back to explain that this has been happening since?
Yes. Because at this point, with it being constant, yes, whatever detail I can possibly give.
Okay. The professor thinks for a moment and interesting. That's quite strange, but not uncommon. Well, not unheard of. It's not common, but it's not unheard of. And we're actually going to call this your third event. Let me put it in here. Location. Nicopolis. University of Sorcery. Alright. So he says it's not unheard of that there are many individuals throughout history who have talked about, for lack of a better term, how they were awoken. And he tells you, in order to better understand it, you should seek out the Oracle of Elos.
Thank you. There's a question in chat, if you're looking.
I was not looking. Where is the thing?
I don't know. Where'd you put it?
Are you throwing a little fate stuff into the game too? I am not throwing fate stuff into the game. I am, however, taking my own liberties with some of the D&D stuff. So I think you had left. I think this freaky kid is the one that asked about the D7. The D7 was something that she hasn't learned about yet. And
no, not obvious at all.
May or may not learn about in the first, second, third, or fourth session of the game.
What did you do?
Oh, that's Jeff.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jeff.
Okay. Well, you're gonna roll a D something too to not learn about it right away.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I try. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. Alright, so, let's see, Event 3, he was at, Nicopolis University of Sorcery, where a professor told you to seek out the Oracle of Elos. And I can't spell. Thank God for spell check. So, how do you feel about being told to seek out somebody else?
If it gets me to the answer, fine.
Okay.
I don't know. Go ask somebody else, fine.
Okay.
I've been to Elos before, so.
Well, you've been near Elos. I don't know if you've actually been in Elos.
I've been near it. There we go, yeah. Near it.
Alright. So.
I'm just thankful for the help and not just be told it's a nightmare.
Yeah. No, it's totally a nightmare. Sis God.
I'm like, what's your damage? You're fine.
Alright, so, okay. So at 9 years old, your older brother was 20, and you're now 29, 28?
Well, this is still right before my birthday, so I'm still 28.
So he's actually now 40?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 34 for your sister. And 25 for your younger.
So actually, my sister would be... no, that's right. Yeah, you have it right. Yep.
Yeah.
You got it right.
Just add 20 years. It's cool. You're almost 29.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Alright. Human, sorcerer, lawful, neutral. I'll fix the spelling on the things later. Also, as you have grown older, you notice that your family has a certain look. Certain bone structures, certain eye colors, certain, ticks that make them that run in the bloodline.
Sure.
You don't have those. You look a little different. Hair color is pretty close. Eye color, not so much.
That's concerning.
And I mean, you haven't really said anything because it could be a recessive gene from further back, but your immediate family, you don't really resemble anybody.
So she's the redheaded stepchild?
Kinda, yeah. Or the blackhead. I don't know what color hair you want.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll figure it out.
So
actually, it's probably more like a blonde and a family full of browns and blacks,
okay,
brunettes and whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, maybe some great grandfather had blonde hair. I don't remember. Actually,
Yeah,
they probably
sure.
do remember. They're pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere. It's feasible.
Yeah. So just to give you a little more information about the setting, because your character would know this, being educated. You know about the war between the gods a millennia ago. You know that the world that you are upon isn't very big. You also know that there are huge gaps between land masses. And they're not filled with anything. You know, like it's a cliff. It's like a drop off down to whatever's below. And in the case of several areas, what's below is about 20 to 25 miles down. Wrong mouse again. And there is, in many of those places, a very faint red glow, similar to like you would see magma. And you know that those areas that have that faint red glow they're not safe. There are unspeakable things that live in those crevasses, in the deep, dark recesses that are very difficult to get to. And thank the gods they are, because you don't want what's down there to come up to you.
Comforting.
Yeah, right? You also know, given your education, that the far southeast area of the map that you can't see yet because you haven't been there, there is a location called Iron Gate. Iron Gate separates mortal men from the old gods. That is where their prison is.
Oh, so the prison of the old gods.
Yeah, the old gods are imprisoned in that section. So all 6 of them that have survived and that you know about. And then you know that in the middle of the shape of the world, there is a raised area, probably 10 miles higher than where the mortals reside, and it's all connected. It's all connected by dirt and rock and land. So it's basically you're just one big giant floating asteroid with crevasses and shit. The raised area is the home of your gods. It's like Mount Olympus, and it is shrouded in mystery and cloud. So you can see this huge mass of cloud with a land formation jutting up into it. You can't see anything about the land on top. And history has shown that nobody has been able to successfully travel there. Or that you know of. Because a lot of it is, oh, we couldn't get there, we had to turn back. And of course, there's the people that went missing.
And of course, you have the ones I climbed this far up. Da 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 da.
Yeah, yeah. I got tired and had to turn back around. I couldn't do it. So, yes. Back to your character. Any particular personality traits, flaws? I've already got your bonds from your family and whatnot. Unless there's, of course, this goes by what the sorcerer's traits and stuff would be. But I want to know what your character. I want to know what your character traits are, not what the book says a sorcerer should be.
Oh, sure, yeah, no. So she is definitely more on the more strict side. She is not one to. She is not. The emotion you're going to see most on her face is probably annoyed or disapproving. Yeah, no, she is, again, she is very much, you do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it.
All right.
Not much of a sense of humor.
Okay. All right, and her appearance? I know you said blonde-haired, but I mean overall.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not like super bright blonde or whatever.
Kind of a wheat color.
Yeah, like a wheat, like maybe a wheat that's sort of I don't know, sort of like near the end of its life. Again, it's like it is noticeably blonde, but not super bright looking.
Yeah, or dirty blonde.
Like a dirty blonde. Like if she wasn't in a family full of brunettes, the effect would be far less noticeable. Essentially.
Eye color?
Hey Danny. Her eye color is gray.
Gray? Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Height, weight, body type.
Height, she's 5'10". Weight, I don't know, whatever is average for that height.
150-ish.
There we go. We are making my character with Tanya. Yeah, and don't worry about missing the AI. I only played for about an hour and then we started doing character creation.
I know, I saw him in there. It's like, oh, alright, Freaky Kid is Jeff. Let me go ahead and make him a mod too, just for shits and giggles. Because why not?
Sure.
He's playing. Oh, don't worry, Danny. You'll get to make your character soon enough.
There you go.
Oh shit, I gave Jeff power.
Oh, no, you can watch it. That's fine.
No, you can watch.
Trust me, she is not the type of person to not talk about her accomplishments and the Wing Guards and how many generations back her family goes.
Just some of the things you might not know, such as, dreams and whatnot. I don't know if she's talking about that.
No, not that part. But again, it's like, whatever.
Okay.
I'm not worried about people, like, Danny most especially, I'm not worried about being...
So she would have a slightly athletic build.
Yeah, I'd say so. Especially with all the travel, just a little bit,
And the fact that she's not a weak tit.
Yeah, also that.
Speaking, let me bring your character sheet back up. It'll load eventually. Maybe.
At some point.
There we go. Okay. What are your character's ideals?
The law is the law. Life's tough. Get a helmet.
Makes sense given your alignment.
Yep.
Okay. And your bonds, we kind of went over that, but
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a little snippet for that.
You know, family, like country, followed closely by family. Everything else is negotiable.
Country first.
Country first. Very proud family who serves their country.
Okay. And any flaws?
She is not one to compromise. When she gets set in her ideas, it is very hard if you ever manage it to pick her off.
You know, I hate to be that trope, but your perfectionist could be a flaw too.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay. Alrighty then. So both your parents are alive. They're probably in what, their 60s by now?
By now, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. And they're both still serving the king, or actually probably not the same king.
Yeah, probably a different one.
Probably the heir now, or the guy who was the heir.
Mm-hmm.
Is Alistair close to your age, or is he much older than you are?
They're about the same age.
Okay. Alrighty. I think that covers, like, the actual creation part I wanted to do. Did you finally figure out where you're going to add that extra +1?
Oh yeah, wait, did I do that?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Dang it.
Because you only added it to charisma and,
screw it. We'll put it in con.
Wait, no, did you add it? Wait, was charisma a,
Charisma was an odd one. Yeah.
So you only had 3 odds, though.
No, I had more, because remember, I switched it with intelligence. When I took my feat, intelligence went up by 1, so it went to an odd number again.
No, but you only had 3 odds. Wait, which feat did you take?
I took linguist. That increases your intelligence by 1. Intelligence was a 4.
So you did do that, but you didn't add the other +1 from the human thing.
No.
Okay.
Which I think I will just go ahead and put in con, because more health points never hurts.
No, it doesn't. Oh, is Danny still in chat?
Maybe?
Yeah. Hey, Danny, what were you thinking about possibly doing for class? Because I've got... Yeah, I know you're here, Jeff. It's cool. And I know you're doing a druid.
Cool story, bro.
So we got sorcerer, druid, monk, because the girl that I have selected for the 4th player is going to do a monk that likes to be very, like, dancey.
We are not going to get along at all. We are not going to get along.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I can guess.
Coolest story ever. Oh yeah, no, you can see part. Yeah, you can see the world map. You're not gonna have it memorized, unless you have eidetic memory, and then whatevs. All right. So is there anything else we have to go over for Claudia?
In terms of getting her in a campaign.
Nope.
Campaign or anything?
Nope, Danny. I am gonna sit down with you one-on-one like I did with Alesha, and we're gonna go over some story elements and get a backstory that will fit well in the campaign setting.
Yeah. Because I mean, the other stuff, you know, like spells and background stuff or whatever, that can fit in later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think that's everything I can think of. Oh.
Alright, do you want me to stream you doing all the number crunching, or?
No, it's fine.
You sure? Everybody loves number crunching. I mean, Danny and
that's what works for.
Jeff are the only one watching.
But yeah, like, do you want Danny to switch in now, or well, he's gonna have to go get Uru first, I guess.
Oh, I was gonna do y'all once a week, to build up towards the campaign. That way, gotcha. I have you this week. Next week I'll get somebody else. The following week I'll get somebody else, and the following week I'll get somebody else, and then we'll start playing.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, created a character, ain't on camera, all good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting, man.
Although, if you do want to put a character name on your sheet,
I did.
No, I'm talking to people in chat.
Oh, sorry.
I would not begrudge you that, so I can get your name tag made and not have to wait until right at stream starting, Alesha.
What? I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Deal with it.
Also, download and install Uvu. I will put that in chat.
Uvu, she better do.
Which I may have to just pay for Zoom. I might. It's only $15. But not this month. This month I am broke as shit.
Yeah. Well, if we there are 3 more weeks after this anyway, so it wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, actually, I say not this month. All 2 days left of it.
Yeah, that's fair point, but I know what you mean.
So yeah. Your character is good to go as far as backstory and everything goes, and all that fun stuff.
Claudia Wingard is good to go.
Is that your accent?
Maybe.
Alrighty.
Tune in and find out.
Man. Now look, puns. No.
Claudia does not have a sense of humor. Claudia is not going to pun. I make no promises, but Claudia will not.
So, alrighty. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream there then. And I will contact y'all later to set up a time. Have a good one.
Toodaloo.